Hi there, I'm Blake Miller. I'm the staff chaplain for Prisma Health Cancer Institute. Doing what I do, I work with all kinds of people going through various health issues. I take care of people from very different backgrounds and experiences, and I see many different ways that stress and health issues put a strain on our daily lives. Life can be difficult in a variety of ways, so from the support team at Prisma, I'd like to offer some of my tips for dealing with specific difficult situations. This time we're going to be talking about difficulty with hope for the future. Everything from our own physical health to the events we see played out on the evening news can attack our ability to hope for the future. We feel like things might be getting worse, or we see ourselves as less and less capable, and it might start to look like life is less and less worth living. But if we take control of our emotions and think through what we want and what we can do about it, we can develop a more positive outlook. So here are my tips for creating a greater sense of hopefulness in your life. Tip number one would be do some fear setting. You might not have heard of that idea before. You can think of it as the opposite of goal setting. We're usually pretty good at asking ourselves what we want out of life, but there's also a lot of value in asking ourselves what we don't want, what we most would like to see not happen, what we'd most like to avoid. So the questions you need to ask yourself are, what do you fear or most not want? How can you avoid it? And how can you repair the damage if it does still come true? Often, a lot of people do these kinds of exercises and determine that their worst fears of losing love or security are unfounded, or maybe even absurd. So fear setting allows us to look more practically at what we most don't want for our future so that we can determine what we need to do to keep it from happening. The second thing I would say is spend some time really thinking about your greatest hopes. Often merely thinking about what it is we hope for has a positive effect on our physical and emotional health. So ask yourself practical questions about your goals. What would it take to achieve them? What might stand in your way? Who do you need help from in order to attain that which you really want? If you draw a line from where you are now to where you really want to be, it can help you get closer to that goal itself. Third, I would say read, watch, listen to, or otherwise take in stories about hope and triumph. There are a lot of stories about people reaching for the stars and accomplishing their greatest goals. And not only can we see these goals reach themselves, but we can see the challenges faced and the obstacles overcome when we imbibe these different stories. So if you read and watch and listen to these stories of hope, you might find yourself better able to write your own story a little more clearly. Last, I would say, do something small right here and now to go in the direction you're hoping for. It can often feel like our greatest goals are beyond our ability to work for them. Really though, almost all of our greatest goals, from landing a good job to learning to play a new instrument, can be broken into much smaller steps, and any of those steps can be taken here and now in order to have the result that we want. So ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that can get me closer to that ultimate goal? It's really tough sometimes to take that first step of a long journey, but one step at a time can get you all the way there. At times when it's hard to hold on to hope, reminding ourselves of what we really want and what we're really capable of doing to achieve that can give us a sense of peace about our situation. So if you do what you can achieve what you hope for. From all of us at Prisma, thank you for taking some time with me today. I'd like to offer a quick prayer for us. To the one who sees us and knows us and loves us most of all, help us to be grateful for life itself. Help us to seek to understand what we can control and what we cannot. Help us to do what is right for ourselves and the people we love, and help us to seek out good things in this world for each other and for everyone. Amen.